Hey everyone, welcome back to the Sports Breakdown once again and Kunal Cricket once again. So today we are going to do the day two review between India versus Australia, guys. So this is the WTC Finals. As we know, yesterday we came and discussed day one of the WTC Finals, and today we are here to discuss day two review. So I mean there has been some progress from India from yesterday. I thought like Australia will try to score 500 plus, but we saw some good progress from India, and we'll discuss about everything today, and also we'll discuss about like day three plans for both India and Australia. So yeah, let's begin. So as we know, I think Australia were 300 and I think they started the day with 327 for three, if I'm not mistaken, stumps yesterday in day one. But coming to day two, I think there has been progress. I think from the Indian bowlers. I think especially Siraj. I mean, especially getting Travis Head out for 163. I think Travis Head was trying to play. I think backward shot or whatever to okay, but a very good catch there by KS Bharat. He moved right to the left and he caught that. Steve Smith got his 31st Test century, and Steve Smith also I think registered his 12th century against India in all formats. I mean, what a player Steve Smith has been, and Thakur eventually got him out. But I mean, for me, I think Australia wise, I think 469, maybe they were like, what do I say? Maybe like 21 runs short, like the 20, 30 runs short, like discussing because I think lunch break, Australia were 422 for 7 after 109 overs. I think those two key wickets were key, and then Shami got green out. Sorry, Shami got green out. Alex Carey played a small cameo. I think 48 of 69. He contributed what he can as well. I mean, he did his best. Um, but yeah, I mean, still, I feel like okay, we have Kunal joining us as well. Okay, so to discuss this day. Yeah, see, Kunal, I told yesterday's predictions, right, that Australia are not going to get 500. I told you yesterday that Australia are not going to get, they got around 480. Maybe I was like 10 runs short, wrong, but I knew like there could be a collapse, and it happened today for Australia.
Yeah, collapse happened, but what to do with the batting order if you are
Okay,
not bat
we'll
real?
talk about batting later. We'll just talk about first innings first of Australia. I mean, especially collapse. I mean, Travis said yes, he got out for 163. Steve Smith, we'll talk about that. I mean, his century, I think, how do you think? How do you rate his century? Because 31st Test century, and then, I mean, he scored so much runs against India, also 12th century against India in international cricket. So, your thoughts of Steve Smith's knock?
I think Pavan, for a team playing a final of any ICC Champions Trophy or any ICC events, in a final, if you are scoring 100 plus runs, you are one of the best player of the team. So
Hmm.
Smith is best. I can say now in Fab 4, Smith is number one. He is performing well for Australia. He knows how to play and he shows the class today.
Hmm. Agree. Yeah, Sujay, I do agree with you. Doesn't matter. The collapse, collapse was pretty late. To be fair, yes, I agree with you. But coming to you again, Kunal, 469. Do you think satisfactory for Australia? Do you think they could have got around 500, like to be safe? Because still, I know India 5 wickets down, but you never know. Like the lower order of India has always contributed whenever possible in England. So you never can count out the low order. But still, I feel like probably 480 to 500, if they got perhaps even 500, I think that would have been great for Australia.
I think if I see Australian team, they are playing in different planet. I think so. They are playing in a different pitch because when India is playing, their bowling is also not that good today. Siraj 4 wickets. I can say that there was uh, something good from bowling, and you have restricted them before 500 runs. But still, I think so. India have gave more and more runs It should, if it is, should be around 369. Then I will be happy. But 469 is more. And from a Australia point of view, I think they are around 70 to 80 run short. I think they are thinking around 550. I think
Hmm.
so. The
Hmm.
way they have started.
Yeah. Thoughts on Siraj's spell today, because Siraj got Travis Head out very early. I think Travis Head tried to nick it to tried to hit it past the keeper to hit for a boundary or whatever, and then it unfortunately he middle it. But your thoughts about Siraj's spell? He got the low odd out, especially Cummins and Lyon out pretty fast, and I think the key wicket was Travis Head. But your thoughts, Shami and Siraj's spell today morning, and then Thakur also contributed as expected. Yes. So your thoughts?
Uh, Yeah, very good bowler. I think so that India have now got one of the fast bowler that without Bumrah, team can go uh, further steps with the help of Siraj. I think in 4 wickets for Siraj, the 2 wickets of Khwaja and Head was very special. The bowling at that time was very special from Siraj, and I think so that 2 wickets are very special. Khwaja and Travis Head.
Yeah,
Siraj is outstanding.
mm, I agree. I agree. I think brilliant stuff. And we see the partnerships also. The 285-run partnership ended, so as Travis said, got out, and then after that, really Australia couldn't get much partnerships except for this Alex Carey and Pat Cummins put up a small partnership, but really Australia couldn't get going. But yeah, credit should go to the Indian bowlers, the way that they bowled today and bowled out Australia for 469, because I thought Australia could have got around 500 to 550 at least. So that's what. But let's go to the Indian innings, and how disappointing is this, Kunal? I mean, especially the dismissal, Shubman Gill, the way that he left it and bowled him. Then Pujara also same sort of dismissal today also. He just left the ball. He just left the ball. Didn't even play it at all. So your thoughts, and I mean, Rohit Sharma, the way that he got dismissed also is very disappointing. So I don't know. And but Kohli, I think Smith caught a brilliant catch at slip. I think that was a because it was going really high, and Smith, I think, caught a wonderful catch. I mean, Kohli's dismissal is a debate. I mean, yeah, he played that shot, but I think Smith caught a brilliant catch over there. But still, question marks. Gill, Pujara, the way that they got out, I don't think it's acceptable the way that both of them got out. So your thoughts, Kunal?
Pawan, yesterday I told you na, if Rohit Sharma makes 70 runs, I will be very happy. See how Rohit Sharma is performing. When India needed, he never performs. He never and ever performs. And I think this is a IPL effect. If you are not playing for a team, then please go out of this team. I am very fed up with this player. His player is not performing. When it comes to India, he always performing, but when in it overseas, Rohit Sharma never performs. See, in England condition, his record is good, but why you have good start also in first over. When I see he was giving a boundary, I think second or third ball, I thought that Rohit Sharma is confident. But how Rohit Sharma goes out, then Shubman Gill, I think Shubman Gill is a brilliant player this year. He don't know where hit
Yeah.
his off stump. How? How is it possible? I don't believe
Mm,
these players are playing in IPL. Uh, Even they don't know the bowler whose bowler is in front of him. They are playing number of sixes in every direction. When you have this type of quality, why you are not showing in the test match? This is this is your trophy time. And if you are not playing for team, then why you are in a team? I think it is the question for all the
mm.
teammates.
I think Pujara's wicket, I think that was a very good delivery by Cameron Green. I think Pujara, yes, he left it, but I think that was brilliantly bowled by Green. And then Kohli, I think Smith I think, caught a brilliant catch. So, I mean, yes, Kohli got out, but yeah, and at the end of the day, Jadeja's dismissal also very disappointing. I mean, Lion,
But
it's
Pavan,
very
one and
soft.
only thing, captain should be come with example. You are opening for a team, you should be there in a crease. Doesn't matter you have playing 40 balls, 48 balls. This is a test match. You should
Yeah,
know that you have to make more than 500 runs to lead against this professional team. You are
yeah,
playing against England, not sorry, you are playing against this professional team Australia, not
yeah.
England or Sri Lanka or any other team that you can easily take it easy. Yeah, okay, we can win it.
Hmm,
This is
agreed.
Australia. I think forget it.
Yes. All right, we got Rahul all the way from USA, who's an Indian fan as well, cricket fan. Your thoughts about this batting collapse by India today? Really disappointing to see Rohit Sharma the way that he got out. I don't know what Shubman Gill was doing, also thinking today. Really disappointing. Jadeja got out before the end of play today. Could have been only 4 wickets down. But your thoughts about this dismissal performance from India today? It's been very disappointing.
Yeah, actually, I had hope. Maybe like for let's say after the first session and then the majority of the second session, because India managed to pull things back. It looked like Australia was going for 500 or 550, and
Yeah,
our bowlers managed to pull it back. They brought it from 327 for three to 469 all out. That is a decent effort. I
yeah,
can't say. Uh, exactly India was back in the game at that point, but there was some hope that like if we batted well today, we could have tried to come close to Australia's total. And
yeah,
the first few overs looked very promising. Rohit Sharma and Gill were getting the start. They were scoring runs at a fairly decent pace, so it looked like India will fight back in this match. But Australia, they did one smart thing, I will say, is they removed Stark from the attack quickly when they knew that Indians were targeting him, because Stark
mm,
hasn't historically has not done very well against India. So they
yeah,
and so the Gill and Rohit Sharma were targeting him definitely, and Australia quickly brought in Scott Boland. And yeah, Rohit Sharma's dismissal, I think it's kind of reflects the way he's been going in the IPL as well. In the IPL too, if you guys recall, he's been getting many promising starts and look like he can get a big innings, and then suddenly out of nature he gets out. And again, that
yeah,
happened today. I really thought Rohit Sharma was going to kick on today, and then but with due respect, I'll say Rohit Sharma, he got a good delivery to get out to. It's the dismissals of Shubman Gill and Chiteshwar Pujara that were very disappointing, because, in my opinion, one
yeah,
of the worst ways to get dismissed in cricket is getting out, leaving the ball. Because when you leave the ball, it means you're very sure that it's going outside the off stump, it's swinging away. You have to be very uh, sure that it's not going to hit your stumps or anything. So
yeah.
it's a pretty Gill's dismissal was a pretty rookie mistake. I mean, he was not even looking at the ball, whether it would
Mm,
swing outside the off stump, and he lost his off stump. Cheteshwar
yeah,
Pujara, yeah, even worse, that too for a seasoned batsman. Pujara was actually looking at the ball and he just let it hit his off stump. I mean, and his bat was right there. He could have at least
mm,
blocked it. At last minute, he would have known that it's going to hit the stumps, and he could have blocked it. But he just
mm,
watched. I don't know what that was.
mm,
Then yeah, Virat Kohli again. He got a decent ball. The ball surprised him a bit. It bounced higher than he expected, and Steve Smith took an
yeah,
excellent catch in slips. I thought it was going to Smith was going to miss it, and it was going to be a lucky boundary. That wasn't the case. Wasn't to be, but Smith took an excellent catch there. Rahane and
mm,
Jadeja, they put on a good partnership at least. But I'll have to say that was damage control really, because at that point already 4 wickets to lose on the day is too many. Too many wickets lost, and then at the end of the day, Jadeja ended up losing his wicket to Nathan Lyon. So, and that's that. So from Australia's side, all the bowlers have gotten wickets, 1 wicket each to
yeah,
all the bowlers. So we're now 5 down, and I don't think we can even talk about coming close to Australia's score now. Frankly, I think first of all we need to get to 269 or 270 at least. Avoid the follow on. Not that Australia is likely to enforce a follow on in this situation, but I
yeah.
think at least get to 270 and then try to
Close
get to
to
300 and then take it from there. Get to 300, maybe be 300 for 6, 300 for 7,
Very far.
maybe. It's very far away from 151 for 5. I know it's very far away, but try to get there. Get to 300 at least, not losing more than 1 or 2 wickets. Get to 300 for 7 or something like that. Then
mm,
take it from there.
mm.
If
And
Pant is
It's
three,
there, I
very
am
tough.
confident. If Pant is there, I am confident.
yeah. So
Yeah, a lot of the commentators was praising a lot of about punt, and they really said that they were. I mean, Team India is missing punt today really badly with the situation that they are in right now. With I don't know what case Bharat is seriously going to do tomorrow. I mean, this is going to
So
be vital for him.
it is
The
this
way
is
that
a
he's going to
big
play.
this is probably the toughest situation KS Bharat has faced in his international career, to be honest. There is Ajinkya
Yeah,
Rahane who has the experience. He needs to carry on tomorrow. I think Ajinkya Rahane and
yeah,
KS Bharat need to at least, let's say, bat out the first hour of the match and ensure that
yeah.
no wickets fall. Then take it from there. Like try to bat the first hour and then try to bat one session, maybe one session, one wicket max.
Mm.
Then maybe get to, let's say, a score of 220 for six or something. I think that's the best that India can make out of this situation.
Totally agree. Sujay said Team India was in IPL mode, but there was no need to rush from the start. They should have focused more on getting those sneaky runs and boundaries as and when possible. Your thoughts about this, Kunal?
Agree. Team India is in IPL mode. I think the way they are taking IPL seriously, why not Team India? You're playing for Team India. This is a good opportunity to take one more trophy in your cabinet. Why do you are not serious? Especially Rohit Sharma, Shubman Gill, uh, Pujara, Kohli. You have all her names. You have so many fans. You have fan base. Then why not you are performing? I don't know. And this is not the first time they are not performing.
Mm.
Pawan, in previous two WTC cycle, we are in final because of only three players, Jadeja, Pant and Mohammad Siraj. Not other than that, because these three players always performing when needed. Shardul Thakur make runs. Only three, four players. I think this India is becoming RCB. Only three, four players will perform, and other than that, no one will perform. Just
Mm.
uh, playing for his name,
Yeah, yes,
fame.
Rahul. Yeah.
Yeah, so my thoughts on being in IPL mood. I mean, okay, yes and no, because the way that we played was not exactly IPL style. If you look at the mode of dismissals, definitely nothing about that suggested carelessness. But I can say this, that the Indian team wasn't prepared before the match itself. The
Yeah.
preparation was not good
Poor.
enough. You can't play 2 months of IPL and then come to England 1 week before the match and call that a preparation. Australians,
Mm.
on the other hand, many of them had gone to England before, and Steve Smith and Marnus Labuschagne were even playing county cricket. From
Yeah.
India's side, only Cheteshwar Pujara was playing county cricket. The rest of them were playing IPL. And then
IPL.
while playing IPL, finally, when the playoffs came, then they realized, oh, this final is there. And then they started going off in batches. Like, okay, whoever is eliminated, you guys, you go to the final. Others, you all play until the tournament is over. And then you can also go to the final. So the
Mm.
team did not even travel together to England. Everyone went separately, did their own thing, did some nets practice, maybe ate some English muffins, in some English bread or whatever, and went and
Yes.
played the final. So
Mm.
the preparation is not there, and from the way the first two games, it has shown that Australia wants this title more than India does.
Mm. Very
One
true.
question, Rahul. Don't you think BCCI is not taking the thing seriously? Before IPL, BCCI told that they are giving the break, mid IPL break to those players who are very important for WTC Finals. But BCCI don't take this seriously, and players are not leaving. Uh,
Mm.
you don't think
See,
that they should leave the IPL for country?
unfortunately, that's not what is happening. I don't think BCCI ever intended to do such a thing. Finally, you saw the message from Rohit Sharma before the IPL saying IPL teams will do the workload management now. So, and these players, they play for
We
their money
don't
in
see any
IPL.
workload
They
management.
because they are doing money management. They're not doing workload management. It's money
Yes.
management. They want to play for IPL and make their money. That's the thing.
Yeah.
So they're not going to sit down players. Somebody who's paid like crores and crores is not going to sit out of matches for workload management. So the
Mm.
problem is BCCI has to find a way to schedule the IPL, finish the IPL faster, and give the players
Yeah, that's why I
time
think they
to
should have started 2 or 3
go
weeks
double
early.
headers.
earlier, and then they could have
Started
gone and
early.
prepared for
Yeah.
England. They should
Yeah,
have started
start
the
the
IPL.
either start the IPL early or have more double headers so that all the players can leave, go to England together, have a preparation, have a practice match, and
Yes,
be
that's what.
prepared for the final. So
Hmm.
the preparation wasn't there. On top of that, we screwed up the toss as well. At the toss, we should have definitely batted first, contrary to what a lot of people are saying,
And also
that there were
Ashwin
overcast
selection is a
conditions.
dilemma. I think Ashwin not being
Mm,
selected, it's a no-brainer. I mean, how can they make
yeah.
this mistake again? I mean, obviously Southampton and the Oval are different grounds and obviously different conditions, and they are thinking just because Australia are going with one spin as well, then India also should go with only Jadeja and thinking four paces with the overcast conditions that the pace bowlers will be enough to pick up 20 wickets, but that's not the case.
Mm. I don't know about that. Actually, I differ with a lot of people on this because there is rain forecast for the last 2 days of the match. So there is no guarantee that spin will come into play. Given that there is rain likely to come into the match, there is no guarantee that spin will come into play in this match. And
Yeah,
when you can only choose one spinner in overseas conditions, it becomes tough. You have to go with the Ravindra Jadeja because he's a better batsman. So that
yeah,
is the problem. There is a solution for this though. We have to find a proper pace bowling all rounder in the team. Regardless of what happens in this final, going forward, we have to find a pace bowling all rounder. If we have a pace bowling all rounder like a Ben Stokes, a Cameron Green, or even a Kyle Jamieson, then we can play Ashwin and Jadeja, two spinners anywhere
that's
in
why I
the
think.
world.
That's why I think Hardik Pandya is a big loss for India. That's why I mean he would have done well in English conditions if he had the fitness
See,
and he was able to bowl like
mm,
20 or 25 overs like the 2018 series. But unfortunately, injuries and the
see,
workload
Hardik Pandya
management.
is now Hardik Pandya is, sorry to interrupt you, Pawan.
Yeah,
Yeah, so Hardik Pandya right now he's the captain of the Indian T20 team, and
yeah,
probably after the ODI World Cup he'll become the ODI captain too. So I think Hardik Pandya playing Test cricket is out of the question right now. So we
mm,
either have to groom Shardul Thakur as a pace bowling all rounder, as has been hyped for the last 2 years that he's a pace bowling all rounder, or you have to go to your
yeah,
domestic circuit and find
Or
somebody
maybe
who is
Venkatesh
good
Iyer.
enough to.
Maybe Venkatesh Iyer.
Yeah, so we have to find somebody and groom them to be a pace bowling all-rounder. But then the question arises, who do you replace uh, them with? Either have to replace Jadeja or Ashwin themselves, or you'd have to replace one among Rohit Sharma, Shubman Gill, Virat Kohli, Pujara, Rahane. You'd have to replace, find
Rohit,
one of.
Rohit, Rohit.
That is now that is a complicated thing. I mean,
Because I think Rohit will lose the captaincy. I know.
mm, I don't know if he will
maybe.
lose the captaincy after this final, but I
Yes,
think sometime the next 2 years he probably will not be the leading the test team. That is
Yeah,
yeah,
my
that is definitely
opinion.
going to happen.
there is some
Yeah.
insights also that maybe Pant will be a leader. Maybe.
Yeah,
Never
well,
know. I mean, Shreyas Iyer, Pant, there are many choices over there coming up after. And I mean, first of all, Pant should recover. No, I mean, both of them need to recover and play. No, I mean, certain test matches
yeah,
before appointing them
true.
captain. All of a sudden, you can't
Yeah.
make these
Of
sort of
course, I think a
choices.
large part of India being in two World Test Championship finals is, let me put it this way, for the last maybe 5 or 6 years or so, we've been bilateral bullies across formats. We've been bilateral cricket bullies, and we have specifically dominated at home. In Test matches,
Mm,
we have been completely dominant at home. It's been hard to beat us. Home grounds have been our fortress, and given that like we have 50% of points are guaranteed pretty much to us, and then we will get
yeah,
the odd one or two wins away from home. So that's basically how we're largely on home advantage. We have reached two World Test Championship finals, but with
yeah,
the last final also being in England, this final in England, and then the next final being in Lords again in England, it's very hard to see us winning the final, especially if we come up against Australia, New Zealand, or even worse,
England.
next time we could be playing England themselves. So it's
Yeah.
very hard to see India winning the final, getting over that one
That's why
match.
I think that's why I think, sorry to interrupt, I mean, that's why I think they should move the WTC final out of England and give it to the country that wins the WTC final to host the next final. That's what ICC should do, rather than keeping it in the same nation every time. They did this in the ODI World Cup, and then once India won the ODI World Cup in 1983, only they changed the venues and they shifted all the venues. Now the same doing with the World Test Championship final as well.
I guess in coming editions, the more as the World Test Championship goes on, they will definitely have the final in different countries. That will definitely come, but that's not in the control of the Indian team and the Indian team
I
management.
think
If
weather
if this
conditions.
management keeps on screwing up things the way they are, even if the final is played in India, we'll end up losing. uh,
Mm.
to be honest.
Very true. Yes, with the ODI World Cup coming up, I don't know what sort of selection dilemma that Rohit Sharma will do with the squad, with the way that they are. I mean, selecting the playing 11 first of all has been a huge issue for India in the last two Test Championship. So I don't know what to say. Anyways, let's answer certain comments over here. Sujay said, "Do you think Case Bharat could make an impact? His domestic record overall is nothing less than amazing." And this is his ultimate test. Let's get to Kunal because I think Rahul spoke a bit on this, but Kunal, your thoughts? Any hopes on Case Bharat tomorrow?
No hopes. I think he will got out early. I have no hopes from this player because this player is slightly different. I think he is not a proper keeper also. See how he is keeping. He is lefting the ball and then straight to Jadeja.
But
No, no, no.
Kunal, sorry to interrupt. I mean, that catch of David Warner yesterday, if you saw, that was a brilliant catch. I mean, the way that he moved and the way that he caught that catch was brilliant. And then today also that dismissal of Travis said, I think KS Bharat has kept well. I don't think we can question that much. But I mean, his batting is only the question mark that we had throughout this WTC final. And that's why I think they brought KS Bharat ahead of Kishan because Kishan's keeping skills are not better than KS Bharat. And when KS Bharat hasn't kept so badly. I mean, yes, at times he's made mistakes that happens, but this is a WTC final as well. We need to know that players are under pressure as well. Kunal.
Yeah, players are under pressure, but still, Pavan, I don't think KS Bharat is still comfortable in this position. He can bat and keeping. Apart from wicket keeping, batting is not too good, I think. So, uh, if KS Bharat make 40 plus, I will be happy.
Hmm.
If
Rahul, yeah, okay. Rahul, your thoughts on this? Like on case
Mm,
Bharat, what can we expect
Okay,
from him?
so given the domestic records, okay, abilities are there, fine. If I am to go by the domestic records, abilities are there, but the problem is this is his first real high pressure match because he has played before this only four test matches and that too all of them in India. In this match with the
Yeah.
conditions, you're up against world class bowling, very tough situation. It's going to
Hmm.
be very hard for KS Bharat to really. It's I think it's a lot to ask of him to come up with a century or something. If he
Okay.
lasts the first hour of tomorrow, I'll be very happy. If he doesn't last the first hour, gets some contributes to like a 50 run partnership, 50-60 run partnership, I'll be very happy with this effort. I think that'll be a good effort. As far as wicket keeping is concerned, we didn't have ideal options uh, once
yeah,
even with KL Rahul, we didn't have an ideal option because KL Rahul is not a specialist wicket keeper. Uh,
Yeah.
KS Bharat is a
But
specialist
he would
wicket
have
keeper,
started
but
ahead. Yeah.
yeah, but
He
maybe
would have
not the
started
best
ahead of case
batsman.
Bharat though.
You have Ishan Kishan
Yeah.
who can has tremendous batting abilities, opens for Mumbai Indians and can score runs quickly. But then again, and he has decent domestic numbers as well, average of 38 or something in the Ranji Trophy. But again,
Yeah.
his technique may not be good for English conditions. And his first test
Hmm.
match cannot be a World Test Championship final at the Oval in England. That's not a good idea. So we
Okay.
didn't. So I guess there were no good options in wicket keeping, but I guess KS Bharat was the best of the options.
Yeah, very true. Sujay said times were different when Virat Kohli was captaining Team India and would dominate and win series even outside India. Your thoughts on this, Rahul? I mean, but even though all that happened, he still lost the WTC final against New Zealand. And that was away, and that also was the same issue with the selection as well back then, also.
So I'll say this about Virat Kohli. Tactically wise, he made some changes to the Indian team. We were Our pace bowlers were performing very well. The performance of our pace bowlers improved under Virat Kohli's captaincy compared to Mahendra Singh Dhoni. That credit you have to give to Kohli. That we were not able to win many series outside India, except I mean in overseas, except for two Test series in Australia. That is more down to our batting concerns, not because of our bowling. But Kohli established the right template: play aggressive, play for victories, don't settle for draws. That he made very clear
Mm.
in his first Test match as captain in Adelaide, where we tried to chase down 364 on day 5. He made that very clear. But if you look at the first overseas series, the complete overseas series under Virat Kohli as captain, both in South Africa and in England, we lost 2-1 and we lost 4-1. Yeah,
Yeah.
we won matches there. At that point, we considered that as an improvement, because under MS Dhoni, we were not even winning matches overseas. So,
Mm.
and we won one
Agree.
match from each of those
Yes.
tours. But
Yes.
in those also, if it were not for batting collapses, we might have won in South Africa. And if not
Mm.
for batting collapses, we might have won in England as well. In England, in fact, in both Edgbaston and Southampton, India had a good chance of chasing in the fourth innings. We had a very chaseable target in front of us and enough time to get those runs, but we our batting collapsed and we ended up losing those matches. Had we
Yeah.
made those chases, it could have been at least one of those chases would have been 3-2 England. If we had made both of them, it would have been 3-2 India. We would have probably won that. Then actually, we were supposed to win a Test series in 2021 in England. We were leading the series 2-1.
Mm.
Had India chosen to stay on and complete that series, not again, we went for IPL. We were in a hurry to go play the IPL. So we left the series 2-1. We came back next year and we ran into baseball and we ended up
Lost
drawing
that
the
match.
series. So we
Mm.
drew a series that we should have won.
Agree. That's the issue. I think IPL has been priority for India over the last 16 years, and that hasn't even benefited them to win even the 2020 World Cup.
Yeah.
That has caused them all
Yeah. So
problems.
BCCI themselves are taking IPL more seriously. They're not taking international cricket seriously. What can you expect from the players? They will also say, "Yeah, let me play IPL, make my money, make my bucks."
Hmm. Definitely. Yes, agree. Sujay said, let's come to Kunal. He has said Shardul Thakur has batted well at Lords. What about now? What can we expect from him in this innings, Kunal?
Maybe when tomorrow when both the batsmen survive first 1 hour, that might be possible that Shardul will come on their way and can help India not to get fall on. Might be. Might be
Hmm.
possible. I am not that confident because we know the Shardul Thakur and IPL. He have get chances number 3 playing also. So I think Shardul have to play like a IPL player now
Hmm.
because you have to give more and more runs. Because if you now playing like a defensive cricket, then I think Test will be gone for India. If
Hmm.
India want to take this Test match interesting, Shardul have to play what the play batsmen play in IPL. Maybe
Definitely.
45 or 46 balls 100,
Hmm.
if
Yeah.
possible.
Hmm. Sujay said, let's come to Rahul. Also, Ridhiman Saha could have been a good option too in place of Kishan. Would you agree?
Contract.
Yeah. So I definitely agree with that. I mean, Vrithiman Saha is not 50 years old or anything right now. He's still, what is his age? Like he's in
36,
his
37.
30s, mid 30s maybe.
36, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah,
36.
36
That's all.
also. Yeah.
It's not
Yeah.
like he's 42, he's 45 or something. He's 36 years old. There's no reason why, even if he is retired or something, there's no reason why he can't come back.
I think central contract issue. I
Yeah,
think
That's
so.
the
but
thing. Yeah.
see, there are times when you have to go outside the rules. You cannot be a stickler to the rules of central contract or non-central contract. You have to bring back your best players when they are needed. Rithiman
Hmm.
Saha hasn't done much wrong in IPL either to be overlooked for
Yeah.
this
Test series.
this position. He could have definitely. I guess he would have been a better wicket keeping option than KS Bharat. He could have
Yeah,
come in. He has the
100%
experience. We would have had one more experienced batsman
better.
in this lineup. So
Mm. So a lot of issues going on right now with
I
Team
think
India in the
Pavan,
selections.
I think Pavan BCCI is very satisfied when they saw the Pant performing in 5 6 months regularly. I think BCCI thought that Pant will always play, so that's why they don't even try to make a replacement of Rishabh Pant. That's
Yeah,
why
I mean,
India
there is
is,
no backup. That's the issue. There is no backup wicket keeper. They thought that Pant will play the whole time,
and
and
the
they didn't.
way Pant
I
is
mean, but
playing, no one is there, even 1 2% of Rishabh Pant. They
mm,
are not
mm.
doing anything.
I mean,
yeah,
see, they are
I
not
mean,
missing Shreyas
see, the
Iyer
backup
badly.
option for Rishabh Pant was Vridhiman Saha. Even when options are there, the selectors are overlooking them and not choosing them. So
That's
it's
the issue. I mean, that's
really,
the big
it's
issue.
really tough being an Indian supporter right now. I have to say, if you look at team selections and all that, really tough
Mm.
being an Indian supporter.
Yes. In last two WTC finals has been happening with the team selection issues, only the playing 11 when they have a good squad, but they just can't select the playing 11 properly, and there's no proper backups also to players that are injured. But anyways, coming back for predictions, guys, day three. Rahul, coming to you. Plans for India. Let's start. What should they do? I mean, 151 for five right now. Like being not biased right now, like optimistically, what can India do over here in this situation, especially with only Jadeja, Bharat, sorry, Rahane, Bharat, and Thakur there to bat? What should really India target? Like, I mean, obviously we know like the follow to avoid follow on, it's less than 200 runs. So where should India target with 5 wickets remaining?
Yeah, so as far as final score is concerned, you mean like
Yeah, like probably predictions means like where could India end up? Like I mean, like
I
first innings
think
or
we
like
need to.
tomorrow. How
I
do you
think
see it?
India needs to try to get to 300. I think that has to be the target right now. Of course, aim for the 300. You'll get at least maybe 270, 280. You'll avoid the follow on. There are actually
Yeah,
two targets. One is get. My first target will be get to 300. If not 300, get at least 280, 290. Avoid the follow on. Don't. Not that Australia will enforce it, I guess, because they don't want to be
yeah,
batting fourth on this wicket. So,
definitely.
so I
Yeah,
think target 300. But session wise, I think first look at where you want to be by lunchtime. Don't think about anything else. Where you want to be by lunch. I think by lunch you maybe target. Don't try to target getting to 250 by lunch, because then you'll end up losing 2 or 3 wickets in
all
the
the wickets.
process trying to score quickly.
Mm,
So try to get to maybe
definitely.
220, 230 for lunch, losing only one more wicket. Be 230 for six maybe at lunch, and hopefully Rahane is still batting. Hopefully the wicket to fall. If a wicket were to fall, I prefer it's KS Bharat and we don't lose Rahane.
Definitely. I agree. All right, we got Prajal joining us. Prajal, your thoughts, especially about this Indian batting collapse today. And they have Rahane in today, but your thoughts overall, India's batting performance today?
Yes, bro. I feel we were not prepared for the game, and we were end up were very very poor in both departments, batting as well as bowling. When we thought it would be a batting pitch, the bowlers didn't bowl really well, and when we thought it was a bowling pitch, our batters didn't bat really well.
Hmm.
So I don't think we had a lot of application, and I feel ki Australia were very well prepared for this game, and
Yeah,
they came fresh. They didn't play IPL, and that's how they are dominating the game, and they're way ahead than us in both the
hmm.
departments. So
Yeah, I
if we
think
would have applied ourselves a little bit and restricted them under par score, then I think we would have had a chance around 350 or 300.
yeah.
But with the score going above 400, the game is already lost.
Hmm. I think only Vaughan and Green only played IPL, and the rest of the 9 players weren't even playing IPL. So that shows how prepared this Australian team was, and with nets and in county cricket as well. But Projol, coming back, your thoughts on Gill's and Pujara's dismissals, the way that they got out, and especially Rohit Sharma, very disappointing. I mean, they got a good start. I mean, they scored 2 boundaries each. They tried their best. Then see when they put Stark out of the attack, they brought in Cummins and Boland. India were simply clueless. I mean, especially Rohit Sharma. I mean, the dismissals of Gill and Pujara, I don't know what to say. I mean, no application whatsoever. So, thoughts on that?
Yeah, the application was poor to leave such balls in such seaming conditions where the ball will be seaming and swinging for in the initial overs. So I
Yeah.
felt the Gill dismissal was where he could have applied. He could have gone. He would have gone forward and played a defensive stroke. Whereas the
Mm,
Pujara one, I feel it was to do with a lot of movement and the swing.
agreed.
So then it couldn't have happened. And the other dismissals also, if you say Virat Kohli one, his struggle against the left arm spacer is still no like it's not helping him. Even after practicing so much, he's falling back to the same prey, as well
Yeah.
as Rohit Sharma, who's still searching for runs.
Mm, very true. Yes. Okay. Coming to Kunal, let's come to Australia's point of view. What do you think Australia need to do now? Tomorrow, day three. Obviously, now 5 wickets remaining. What do you think Australia need to plan right now and try to do tomorrow?
I think they will try to finish the match tomorrow itself, taking all the 5 wickets of Indians, pressing the India to come to follow on, and then pick all the 10 wickets again.
Very interesting. Okay, Projal, your thoughts, especially Indian point of view. What should they do tomorrow? Because still there's Rahane remaining. Bharat, I don't know whether he'll perform or not. That is up to him whether he's going to step up or whatever. And then Thakur, we know he can bat a bit. I mean, in England we have seen before he saved quite a lot of times. But your thoughts tomorrow, especially these three batters remaining. Do you have any hope for India tomorrow with these three batters?
Yeah, our first priority would be to get over the follow-on score of 269,
Hmm.
and one water after that we get is a bonus for us, because with no batting depth and no batsman left. So, but we can expect Shami and Yadav, who have got 50s in these conditions,
Hmm.
to contribute a little bit, so we can
Yeah.
reach a respectable total, and there won't be a total like a proper lead for them, so that they could have worked upon it. And with the pitch drying and slowing from day 4, 3, 4, 5, we can
Hmm.
expect wickets coming from Jadeja and other spinners.
Yeah, all right. Rahul, predictions. How do you see this match going on? I mean, in day three, how do you see it happening for both the teams? It's a tough one, but just asking how will it go along according to you? How seeing in the first 2 days? I think you're muted, Rahul. Can't hear your voice.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So what I
Yeah.
want is definitely India scoring 300, but what I think will happen is I don't think India is going to cross even 250. I'll be surprised if India crosses even the 250 mark in this innings, to be frank, because apart from Rahane and KS Bharat, even KS Bharat a little bit shaky, not no guarantee that he will score. There's no guarantee that Shardul Thakur will score. That's going to be hit or miss, to be frank.
Mm,
So there's not much batting to come. So once you get 1 or 2 wickets, uh, once Australia gets 1 or 2 wickets tomorrow and with not many more runs added, then they'll easily blow away the tail, and I think we'll be out for under 250. As far as enforcing the follow on is concerned, Australia is not that kind of a team that'll try to enforce the follow on and finish the match
yeah,
off
I agree.
tomorrow itself. Going by the pattern of many matches they played in Australia too, where they've been in these kind of situations, even with
Yeah,
300 run lead, often they've not enforced the follow on. They've batted again. So I think Australia will probably bat again, and if they have a reasonable lead, maybe even if they get can even get to close to 500 run lead tomorrow, they'll even declare and put India to bat in again, like just before stumps on day three. I see I can envision that happening.
Mm.
So yeah,
All right.
maybe India will bat again tomorrow, but it will be after Australia also bats. They put on, uh, they set India a big target and declare. That is the way India will bat again, and probably the match will be done on day four. Probably India will get bowled out on day four. That's the way I envision the match going on.
Mm, yeah. Prajal, what about you? How do you see this match happening now after 5 wickets down? How do you see? Can we expect anything from Rahane according to you? Like tomorrow, can we expect some special innings from Rahane or even a cameo from Thakur and Shami? How do you see it happening tomorrow according to you?
Yeah, mostly the strike needs to be taken by Rahane, and Rahane needs to anchor the innings, as Virat Kohli did in the tour of 2018, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah,
So he scored a century in the same ground. So I
yeah.
expect him to go big and go hard. When
Mm,
he's like losing a lot of wickets, he can start attacking the bowlers,
yeah,
and yeah, he suits the conditions, and it will be better there will be better batting conditions, what I hear, tomorrow. So just fingers crossed that we cross the no 269 total, and we can take on from there.
yeah. All right. All right, guys, we'll end it over there. So thank you so much, Kunal, Rahul, and Prajol for joining. So let's hope for the best for India tomorrow. I know India are not in a good situation right now, but let's just hope that Rahane, Bharat, and Shardul Thakur actually score some runs. And obviously, first of all, India's target will be to obviously avoid the follow on. I mean, to get that follow on score, like to avoid that happening. If Australia are going to enforce, I don't think that's going to happen though. I mean, Australia are going to bat again. Even I'm having a feeling that they'll do that, but let's hope for the best. I mean, let's hope that India first get 269 so that they don't have to bat again in this third inning. So the third, yeah, and hope that Australia have to bat again. That's it. We can hope. So thank you so much once again, Kunal, Rahul, and Prajol,
Thank
and we'll
you.
come same
Thank you,
time
Pawan.
tomorrow as well to discuss about day three review. So do subscribe to both our channels, the Sports Breakdown and Kunal Cricket Fantasy. Kunal CS. So do subscribe to his channel as well, and yeah, we'll come back tomorrow also to discuss about the India versus Australia. Hope things get better for India. That's our hope, and hope this match doesn't end also by tomorrow and it goes to a day four, day five. So let's see what happens. But until then, guys, see you guys. Goodbye and good
See
night.
Okay,
you.
bye.
Goodbye.